note on Eminescu and his poetry. Um, this might be a bit of a challenge, but why not? Positive psychology says that in order to obtain, if not nirvana, a state of well-being, of happiness, one way to do that is challenge yourself, get out of the comfort zone. In Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, one of the two co-founders of positive psychology, we have the analysis of flow, of being in a zone, peak experience, a state of maximum happiness. And what brings us there is this challenge. We are bored when we are not challenged, when we are in the area where our skills are not used fully. And it's also true that the opposite is true. When we are overwhelmed, when the task is too difficult, there's no joy in that. We just feel exhausted and out of the game. So, a challenge, because Eminescu is a Romanian poet, and I'm not going to translate for this note. It would be silly. Maybe the whole game is, but then it's a challenge, so that might be flow. The idea is that these are personal notes on works that have affected, influenced me, or even changed me. Eminescu was, for a long time, the unchallenged national poet. For some years, there have been critics and attempts to shape the disease. That's the best one. Shape the pedestal, the statue, and his position. I will not get into that. I'm just saying what my perspective is. This is an author, a giant, about whom I've learned in high school, and not just learned. I was lucky enough to get the program, the to-do list, and to read project, but to have a wonderful teacher, amazing, really. Harvard doesn't have that. Kevorkian, who, among others, he spoke about Flaubert, for instance, and many others. He also spoke about Eminescu. And the anecdotes, jokes, come to think of it, about the subject and around it. I remember now this one when he talked about George Călinescu, a critic who analyzed, praised Eminescu. He had lectures, he was an important man. He, unfortunately, but that's on a side note, collaborated with the regime. But anyway, in his grandiose position, he had classes with students, and then at one point he was interrupted. The way he talked was funny, and the professor was excellent at branding this. So it was something like this. English speakers would not get what I'm saying, which is actually not so important, but the tones. Eminescu în conștiința noastră este și va fi întotdeauna nepereche. Hai, look. And then this guy comes in from the communist propaganda apparatus, whatever. And when he sees Călinescu this immense critic, immense position. Also within the comes hierarchy or something. He goes out afraid. He had the reputation. And so the critic finished with something like, despre Eminescu? Nu știe. It was high and low, high and low. Anyway, I need another one on Eminescu because this is already too long to try and mention some of the poems I loved and learned by heart, as suggested by Tibor Chian.